Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special match for you tonight. The New Heights Wrestling Tag Team Championships will be defended inside of a steel cage in a Tornado Tag Rules right here, right now on New Heights Wrestling. The challengers, Marcus O'Reilly and Preston Veston III, going one-on-one against AJ Strokes and Mike Faison, better known as the Arrogant Americans. They are the tag team champion, the Arrogant Americans. As the champions enter the cage, it will be locked in place behind them. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This match wasting no time in getting underway. And once again, this is Tornado Tag Rules, which means all four competitors are going at the same time.
That's right, shades of ECW with the Gangsters and teams like the Eliminators and the Public Enemy. I love it, I love it, I love it, Ryan. This is awesome.
And just want to clarify for everybody, this match can be won by pinfall, submission, or both members of the tag team escaping the cage either over the top or through the door. But if only one goes out, it's not over. Both members of the team have to escape the cage at the same time.
That is right. Both members of the team must be able to escape the cage and all their feet hitting the floor.
All right, well, we've got a lot of action going on. Mike Faison and Preston Veston III hammering away as AJ Strokes and Marcus O'Reilly are on the other side. And I'm telling you, the Arrogant Americans are doing a great job of defending their title so far.
Oh, absolutely. The title scene has been going back and forth with the championship between these two teams. And now that it's finally inside the steel cage, with no pun intended to the movie, there will be blood. I can feel it in my bones, Ryan.
Well, there might be the first set of it right there as Marcus O'Reilly goes for a suicide dive between the top and middle ropes. He came up empty, and now Preston Veston, his partner, is trying to take business to Mike Faison, who rakes the eyes.
And they're working over Preston in the corner. He's in a bad part of town.
He really is. Both of these guys doing some damage now. The Arrogant Americans now swapping over, and they are coming over to do damage to Marcus O'Reilly. They are picking up him for a double vertical suplex, and you hear the impact. He lands very, very hard. So the champions in complete control here early on in this matchup. They have not relinquished control since the opening bell. It was sort of a little bit of a surprise attack by the challengers, but the champions have answered and answered resoundingly here. And now Preston Veston trying to keep himself from being thrown in the cage. Mike Faison has his head bounced off the turn.
Yeah, Faison gets a face full. Oh, and AJ Strokes just gets tossed right into the cage.
And so for the first time, we've really seen the challengers take advantage of the champions. So this is maybe a turn of momentum here. Preston has Mike Faison backed in, but there you see AJ Strokes coming in, the double team, taking advantage one more time of the lone wolf in the corner.
And this is very smart because Preston is the muscle of the team. Marcus is the high flyer, so you definitely want to take away the strength of the team.
Mike Faison has Preston Veston and picks him up, puts him in the middle, and now going to work on his left knee. And I'm telling you, that is fantastic strategy. If you injure the lower body, no ability to climb out of the cage if you can't put weight on that left leg.
Oh, and Marcus hits the cage again.
So the Hardway Brothers getting a lot of support from the fans, but they're not being able to deliver as of right now. Mike Faison working on Preston Veston, AJ Strokes working on Marcus O'Reilly. And you see him just choking Preston Veston right over that middle rope.
And now they're just taunting him. They got the Hardway Brothers right where they want them.
O'Reilly sent flying for a third time into the brutal structure of this steel cage.
And Preston, losing his marbles, goes after both Faison and Strokes, trying to save his partner, buy him a little time.
He's doing everything he can here, and he's doing a pretty good job of fending off both guys, and now the numbers game just catches up to him.
Yeah, that is true. But you also got to be careful. When Preston rages up, you better stay out of his way.
I would not want to be caught in the warpath, that is for sure. But now both of the challengers down on the mat. The champion's in complete control. Mike Faison sizing up Marcus O'Reilly. Oh, and a big boot right to the side of the head. And Marcus O'Reilly takes a tumble.
Gut-wrench slam on the part of Mike Faison. And Preston Veston is hurt bad.
Mike Faison calls himself Mr. Handle That, and that is exactly what he is doing with his tag team championships on the line.
And the arrogant Americans taunting and playing up to the crowd. And that's exactly what they are, two arrogant Americans.
They are living up to their names, and they're wasting time here when they could be escaping the cage or going for a pinfall. But no, they are showboating here, and, well, as they have every right to, they are in complete control.
Absolutely, but the thing is they want to punish the Hardway Brothers after everything that they've gone through. They just want to hurt them and hurt them bad. And, oh, my God. Not only getting thrown into the cage, but taking a nasty spill.
A gorilla press slam, and you saw the strength and the power of Mike Faison on full display, and then a mafia kick right to Preston Veston, who is also trapped against the steel cage. This cage being punished more than we've ever seen it used here in New Heights Wrestling.
And this doesn't bode well for the Hardway Brothers either. They are in deep, deep trouble.
Both Americans take their sweet time going to their opponents, and you see just the brutal strikes, the open hand slaps to the face on Marcus O'Reilly by AJ Strokes. And now Marcus going to come out swinging. He was backed into a corner. He's just trying to survive at this point, probably going on instinct. Preston comes in and tries to save Marcus there, and the challengers trying to get some momentum.
It looks like AJ Strokes is going to the top of the cage.
It doesn't do AJ Strokes any good to escape right now, as both members have to be done at the same time. And
wait a minute. Marcus caught him. They're going to have a top rope battle on the cage. Whoa, boy. Oh.
And both men end up taking a tumble.
And that cage was bending, Ryan. That was a very dangerous situation. Good Lord.
It really was. That could have been bad news for both men. But thankfully, everyone seems to be relatively okay as we see a submission move here, a cross arm breaker attempted by Preston Veston, and now AJ, again, it does him no good to escape, to leave his tag team partner in the ring. AJ.
But wait a minute, that backfired because Marcus is out of the ring.
Well, that was fantastic strategy on behalf of AJ Strokes. He was able to hold on and keep the door. He kept his balance on the door and was able to swing back in. Marcus O'Reilly is out, and now Preston Veston is 2-on-1 against his. Oh my goodness! And now, what is Preston Veston going to do here?
Hey, he's going to get ganged up on. And Marcus realizing what's going on, but Preston is dodging their attacks. Right now, he's got the upper hand. Irish whip to the ropes. Oh, and a hard throw to the cage. Shoryuken uppercut.
So Preston Veston, and when he's staring in the face of fight or flight, he is fighting, and with everything that he has to try to keep his team's title hopes alive.
Oh, yeah, and never count Preston out. He is super tough.
Well, that's going to put a big damper on it as Big Mike with a beautiful splash, and now he's going to pick him up.
But Preston fighting out of it, throwing the elbows.
Impressive job.
Marcus trying to climb in on the other side of the cage, but gets cut off by Faison.
I'll tell you what, that was a great job of catching him, climbing back up, and trying to get back inside this match. Really, really good job in ring awareness, and not just being aware of the ring, but also the surrounding areas as well. That's why they're the NHW Tag Team Champions.
And if they keep up this strategy, they're going to be champs for a very long time, Ryan.
So Preston Veston still in the ring.
Strokes going upstairs. What did they got in mind on Preston Veston?
Oh, this is their incredible finishing move.
Uh-oh.
You'll see the dive off the top.
Oh,
down hard. This could definitely be all she wrote if they go for a pinfall right here. Well, they've got the match won, but AJ Strokes is saying no. Let's do some more damage.
And Marcus trying to climb up another side of the cage, but gets cut off by Faison again.
So Mike Faison being able to keep the X Factor at bay. Marcus O'Reilly stuck on the outside. Preston Veston is pretty much helpless inside this ring. And oh man, I don't even want to think about that split.
That would be horrible.
AJ Strokes with a boot. And now some diabolical plan. I'm sure these two are trying to concoct here to do more damage to the body of Preston Veston III.
And again, getting thrown into the cage. Another side of the cage.
They may be going for all four walls, kind of like a four corners match. They're taking his head to, well, they took him to three sides of it anyway.
Yeah, I think you're right. If they get him up, they'll probably throw him into that final and fourth side. But Mark is still trying to fight to get into the cage. Oh! AJ Strokes drop kicking the door into Marcus O'Reilly, and Marcus goes down.
So Mike Faison left one-on-one in the ring.
And Preston is cut badly. Oh, no!
And just when you thought he was going to be able to escape, AJ Strokes caught him with the door. And you see the result, ladies and gentlemen. Preston Veston has been lacerated and is bleeding inside the ring. And Mike Faison is going to walk out. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do it. The Arrogant Americans remain NHW Tag Team Champions. So it was a very, very unfortunate luck from the Irish Marcus O'Reilly that led him to be completely isolated on the outside, and his partner left on the inside, and the numbers game was just too much to overcome. I'm sure this feud will continue. I know steel cage matches are made to end rivalries, but with the way this one ended, I'm sure this isn't the last time that we see these two teams line up against each other. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you once again for getting the New Heights Wrestling Tag Team Championships. We're on NHW TV. We're out of time. We got to go. Thank you so much.
Look, bro, I don't really know what to say. We did what we could, but it still wasn't quite enough. We went and did what we thought we were supposed to do.
Man, I did my best, man.
You did, man, and it's
so
it's
close.
not your fault, man.
No, we got to start over, man. We got to start from the bottom, man. We were on the road so long. We did so many things. We got to the top, man.
All it is we just rebuild.
I don't know what we're going to do.
We start over.
Can we do it again, man? Can we get to the top again? Honestly, look at us, man. I gave all I had in that, man. Everything I had.
They didn't beat us fair and square. They locked me out and took 2-on-1 to beat you. They couldn't beat you 1-on-1. It took 2.
Bro, I don't know what we're gonna do.
We can do this again.
No.
All right, man. We'll get through it, man. We'll just start over. We'll pick back up, and we'll do this the hard way.